Oh, hang on. The plot gets so much better because there's a sequel. How is everyone? The cat wants back out, even though the cat just got in here. Because that is a cat. How was it told to me? Cat, or door, definite noun, definition, a portal of which a cat is constantly on the wrong side of. Something like that. I'm ruining the joke, but that's the basis of it. So yeah, it is time to finish out this game. Well past time, I would think some of you would imagine by now. For we only have one ending left to unlock. Technically two, but only one's actually going to count for much. Yes, yes, yes. We must be reminded that it is December 25th, 2028. We must always be reminded of this every time we start over fresh. So everything from this point on is just with the one thing here. Oh, the stuff they don't explain is pretty much explained in the
doors have
sequel.
Opened. 5 minutes
At
remain
least if you're thinking of the stuff I'm
doors
pretty sure you're
close.
thinking of.
Hey, the doors are open.
We need to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yeah, well, what are our options this time?
Pay attention. I'm only saying this once. Just like the last time, we've got 3 possible combinations.
Fi quickly let out our choices. Option A. Luna and I, you pair up with Clover and go through the green door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Alice and go through the red door. Kay and Quark pair up with Fi and go through the blue door. Option B. Luna and I pair up with Fi and go through the red door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Clover and go through the blue door. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice and go through the green door. Option C. Luna and I pair up with Alice, and we know this one goes absolutely nowhere, because Alice refuses to go with us.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Actually, I'm pretty sure what they did was plan this game around having a sequel, which is not smart, because the sequel may have never gotten made.
Well, you decided the first time, right?
Yeah?
Then can I decide this time?
Why you?
I think I deserve it. I only have 1 BP left. Doesn't it seem like the fair thing is to let the person who's at the greatest disadvantage choose? Wouldn't you agree?
That means you should get to choose too. I mean, you've only got 1 BP, right?
You've got a point. But how about we listen to what Alice wants first? So tell us, which door and which people do you want?
The green door. And I want to go with Kay and Quark.
I see. Option B, then. That means Tenmyoji and Dio will go with Clover through the blue door. Is that all right with you, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Why? If we go through there together, that means you'll be playing against me in the next AB game. Are you really, really sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Matter of fact, that's why I want to go with you. You said you didn't trust me, right? Well, I'd like to change your mind. I figure this will give me the chance. I've been wanting to pair up with Alice, too. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, and that is?
We'll get to that later.
Anyway, Alice's first choice would be option B then?
Yes, I get.
What about the rest of you? Is that okay too?
I thought about it for a moment. If I went with option B, then Luna and I would go through the red door with Phi. As far as how I felt about that. And we want to go through there. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have any problems with it.
There were no objections.
Then we're all set. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Kay, Quark, and Alice headed for the green door, while Tim, Yogi, Dio, and Clover ran toward the blue one. My feet slapped against the hard metal of the warehouse floor, and Luna, Phi, and I ran toward the red chromatic door and the next stage of the Nonary game.
2, 1, 0.
Why bubes?
Chromatic doors.
Why not a
closing.
suit? We are on the final path. Very last final path. That branches out once. Huh? Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah, looks like it.
I wonder what this thing is.
It looks like
Even
the
though I've
thing
seen
next to
it
the
many,
number
many
9
times
door.
before.
It's got a lever. Try pulling it, Sigma.
Why should
It
I?
might be dangerous. Maybe it'll trigger an explosion.
Well, I have the robotic arms, why not?
Or possibly it shocks you when you pull it. Who knows?
Right. Then I have no choice. Did you really think I'd say that, you heartless monster? There's nothing on either side, is there?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, sorry for the confusion. I was talking about something I really don't want to talk about.
It's called dressing modestly. I'll have you know I'm a C-cup.
Thanks for this, game designers. Thanks for this, writers. We need to know this. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'd almost blocked out this entire conversation. Yeah, you did call that there would be talk of boobs. Thanks, game, for making that a reality.
What?
It sounded like you two might take a while, so I pulled the lever.
They also have no idea how women stand.
Is that okay?
Hi, J. Bruin.
Only the one on the left opened.
The others are still shut tight.
Well, we should get going anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. What is this place?
It looks like some kind of control room.
I can see a huge machine of some sort on the other side of this window. Maybe a generator?
Hey, at least Tin Myoji and Quark seem to actually get normal standing positions. Dio is, well, Dio. Right, well, let's split up and look
We
around.
need cards with a moon on them for the next AB game, right?
Yeah. They're probably in this room somewhere.
Then let's get started.
Hello, Lorelai. Okay, Let's see if I can find all the things that I need to find. Big old control panel. Clipboard. It's just a piece of paper, huh? It says test. I have to see this. Wow. That is interesting. Huh. Thank you, man. That would be the cheer cup. I should actually write this down just for ease of use later. Yeah, it's good to have that new image there. Many thanks to the Muxy, developers for actually letting me know what was going on with the image not changing. I think somebody's bored. All the cheering going on. Maybe you ought to buy a pizza. Hey, maybe. And they look like they've been written with a highlighter. Okay. A laptop. Just a green tea, huh? Okay, so this is a scanner. Let's do this. And now the scanner is yellow since we scanned it over test. Well, it was my birthday. And now, because you can do this like immediately, we get the blue password for the safe. Go figure. Yes, my birthday was yesterday. I am now 42 years old. Nice try. 67th. Very funny. I'm old, but not that old yet. And your cat is licking a plastic bag. Cats do this. Actually, we need that scanner. I wish I was 21, kind of. Red clock. let's see. Do a little math. That is 3 hours, 10 minutes. No, we have not seen this room. We cannot see this room until we go through the red door after betraying Luna. This is the next to last room we can see in the game. Get a compass. This is also called the control room. And we get a protractor. And if it wants us to set an angle to 30 degrees. There we go. Now we have a compass set to 30 degrees. Or 60 degrees, sorry. And we need a mark to know where to draw a circle. Then we have a blue clock, which doesn't give us the seconds right offhand, but it does give us the minutes. That should be 8 hours, 30 minutes. As for why I'm doing that, because, well, you kind of need to. Tiny hole in the middle of the paper. It looks like it was made with a needle with a big on-off. So. So let's see. We've got a circle of words here. Off. On. Go down here and hits. Off. Here. On. So we're short a lever. I don't think we have it yet. No, we don't. This is a pretty big part. Thank you again. So let me... Okay, so we have a blue clock with hour and minutes and a red clock with hour and minutes. We need 8 hours, 30 minutes. So 8, 30. And then we need 3 hours, 10 minutes. Attack on Cheer Cup. Okay, let me see. Do I have... no, I probably don't. I probably haven't done that yet, have I? No. I'll have to jog my memory of that particular locker later. However, for now, I can at least put that here. Just to get out of the way. Okay, did I miss something? Yes, I did. That's right. I missed something. There we go. Four rows of four-digit numbers. Let's see. Yes, then. To my items. Green. Okay. And we get that code 7213. Seven, two, one. Okay, three. And we have a big disc-shaped part here. Okay, what did I need? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to use this. So let's see. I think we need that on. There we go. Grab ourselves a lever handle from using the code on the wall chart. Yes, rainbow root. I don't think you have to worry about falling off the edge, though. So now we need 300. This works like that one puzzle we ran into. So we've run into a puzzle like this before, only it was very, very simple and that all the levers need to be pointed down. So we've got to split that. We're going to have to split that twice, so these two need to be pointed down. So only a quarter goes in here, so that's 180 is over here. So we need something 60, so once again that needs to be pointed down. I'm sensing a pattern here. That one needs to be pointed to the right because the only single digit number I can get here is 0. But let's see. So we've already got 160 here, so it doesn't matter what else we put in here. But we do need to... That needs 300. So something 5 goes in there. I think that works. And now we can analyze ourselves a rainbow tree root. Sigma thinks he is a champion for figuring out a fairly simple lever puzzle. We have a CT scanner that it took a picture of a root. Well, if you look at that, we have 100 color value at the top. Down here, this is 4/16, 6/20, a question mark, and 3/15. And at the bottom level, it actually divides it up even further. So... let's see, the green value is going to be 30, 25, 1/5 is 20, 50, 75, so the blue should also be 25. And 12 and 8. 19 and 6, 21 and 9. Okay. And now we can get out of here. So let's do the obvious one first. And then we can enter this one. And get some nifty stuffs. First, we've got the map. We need kindling. We might have to start a fire. It might be actually useful. Oh god, they gave us a blackberry. Who would be the most addicted to the blackberry out of this group, huh? Yeah, we have a big old annihilation reactor powering this place. Just to let you know. You remember the bombs everybody was panicking about? Imagine that, but only much, much bigger. Except controlled. Can you imagine if Dio would have run into this place? Yeah. And now you're gonna have nightmares about Dio running into a annihilation engine that they're going to call Mr. Octopus. I think Luna might actually be willing to put googly eyes on it if she could actually reach it.
An ambidex gate has been
That was
opened.
quick.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Huh? What's going on?
Maybe someone from another team opened one of them. They must have found a moon card.
Why the hell would they just go and open one of the doors on their own?
We should get back upstairs. Whoever jumped the gun is probably in the warehouse.
Right. Okay, let's go. It's okay, Lore. You have other things you attend to. That would be a fun timeline, wouldn't it? Just Sigma just walks over and just kills Dio right off the bat. We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Clover. Hey! What the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the AB rooms before the rest of us got back?
Clover and I haven't done anything.
Dio didn't feel like waiting, I guess.
You got a problem?
Yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AB rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't need to talk about it because we thought it was common sense.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere. What if they can't get back in time?
No sooner were the words out of her mouth.
Oh, thank goodness. You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see? He...
Oh, what a shock. Quark collapsed.
What? What happened to Quark?
he collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. This condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Tenmyoji shoved Kay aside and leapt to the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks and ran off after him.
Quark.
Free the Soul is all about freeing the writers' souls from their bodies before they can write more. That's what it's about.
Come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
You son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with him.
Yeah, right. Well, we got Luna.
Luna?
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but...
You have to take a look at him then. Please. Quark needs your help.
Okay.
That would be this game combined with Groundhog Day. It really would.
I'll see what I can do. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Although Sigma would actually get to be good on the piano if he crossed with Groundhog Day.
Yes. I believe it can.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
And ice sculptors, yes, he would. The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds, the results lit up the screen. Is it going to let me skip all this? It is! And talking about looking for Accelevator, you mean in the control room? All that had was a bunch of stuff for controlling the generator. I don't think anybody put medicine in there.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the archives. Books and so on in abundance, but no medicine.
Oh God. Then he's going to... Oh God, no.
Look, just to be sure, where did the three of you go?
Someplace called the Bee Garden. It was kind of like a park with trees and stuff.
But
Yeah, no medicine. Maybe some medicinal plants?
Tenmyoji slumped to the ground. For a moment, there was silence.
Quark?
Quark!
Yay! Let's run through Quark screaming for his death. No point in complaining. I just need to look somewhere else because I know Luna's in the crew quarters, but is the game going to let me pick that? I turned and headed towards the exit. Probably both of them, I think. I did mean Alice, but Luna might actually be there. Pretending to be dead. So this is the archives, huh? Kay, Quark, and Alice search this room. Damn, nothing here either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. If she loses like Quark did, nobody's around to stop her. Shit, I need to hurry. I decided to try the garden where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio had gone after passing through their door. Of course, there was the one timeline where we ran into her in the garden after Fi found her passed out. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the smell. Nope, can't skip. Plant life was everywhere, and the air was filled with the fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with the sweet, dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, and here is warm and wet, like a forest after spring rain. Just like Clover said, plants and stuff everywhere. Also a bomb. But you know. I walked slowly down the path, still slightly stunned. Most of the facility had been cold, dull metal, but this room was positively verdant. Man, hard to believe there's something like this here. Where the hell is this even for? As strange as the garden was, Alice needed to be my priority. I reined my thoughts back in and continued off down the path and into the grass. I'd only gone a few steps when I stopped short. Okay. This timeline shares properties with the other timeline, where Alice ended up here somehow.
Oh, there you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up.
Huh?
I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her. When you showed up, I was getting ready to take her to the infirmary.
Then she's alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
So she's just unconscious.
Looks like it.
What about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here.
Huh.
Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary. Give me a hand here.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. There's something I need to tell you. Just stay calm.
What?
Look to the right.
My right or your right?
Your right.
Oh, shock and horror! There's a #1 bomb. This is a bomb!
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
Well, we know he jumped. His consciousness jumps around. So every time we restart the game, that's his consciousness making a jump back to that point in time. But it doesn't always carry all the memories, and it takes things to kickstart certain memories into place. It says 01. The one in the crew quarters said 03. Shit! Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere.
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it! That means we're talking about an explosion the size of 3 tons of TNT. No, he has not.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's funny you should mention that. Because if we hadn't seen a certain ending, he wouldn't be able to find it.
Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio investigated the garden. There's also a chance someone else said it. Anyone could have come here after they left and before we showed up. Anyway, we need to move Alice. Help me out here.
Alice was lighter than I'd expected, and Fi and I managed to set off towards the infirmary at a brisk trot. My robotic arms made short work of lifting a woman. Something like that.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
No, they are not strong enough to push K off of him. Fi had called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though. No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die!
Wendy Lee, you did not do a good job with these lines.
I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave them behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover.
I'm staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone! She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Whatever. She can do what she wants.
Huh?
I see. Dio and Tenmyoji's opponent in the next AB game is Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally.
She is smiling while super sad because the people that designed this game, specifically the animators, did not animate enough facial expressions for her to do much other than sad and extreme anger. That's about the only 2 expressions they actually molded for her little small on-screen portrait there.
Which I don't think I need to mention would be pretty favorable for Dio. If she stays, he's got an easy round.
Whoa, what are you saying? You think I'm gonna choose Betray?
Yeah, I do. Am I wrong?
Yes! Of course I'm gonna pick Ally. For one, Tenmyoji's gonna be in there with me. I can't just ignore his opinion and make my own choice. Right?
No, I wouldn't be going.
It would be nice if they'd actually, if they'd actually fixed the glitches they had in the 3DS version for the Steam release, but they didn't get around to it.
I can't leave Quark here when he's like this. I'll be staying, just like Clover.
Hey, come on now, what is this?
See, Tenmyoji's pose here is fairly neutral. Just kind of laying there just kind of sitting there with his arms, you know, relaxed off to his sides.
Knock it off, Dio. He's too smart to let you make a scapegoat out of him.
What the hell? Why are you so suspicious of me?
Yes?
What if Dio stays behind too? If Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio all don't vote, then everyone allies, right?
Oh, you don't know?
Know what?
This. You didn't find a note like this one?
Huh? Wait, what's this?
We found it in the archives.
Well, there sure as hell wasn't anything like that in the garden.
From what I've heard, Ubisoft actually has been doing a lot better recently. Imagine that.
We didn't find one in the control room either.
Interesting. Apparently only the archive had one.
What does it say?
Why don't you read it for us, Sigma?
I took the note from him and, still slightly confused, began to read. The same thing we've always read in every timeline.
You see? At least one member of each trio must vote. Otherwise...
That means Kay has to vote. Quark and Alice certainly aren't in any condition to. If he doesn't, all three of them are screwed.
Yeah, they really should have put her in that suit.
Wait a second. Kay's got 6 BP right now. His opponent is gonna have to default to ally. That means if Kay chooses betray, he's gonna have 9 points.
You needn't worry. I have every intention of choosing ally.
Oh, give me a break. You expect us to just swallow your bullshit?
Oh dear. Dio, please, think for a moment. You do realize that Alice currently only has 1 BP, don't you? If I were to betray her, what would happen?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I am not so desperate to escape that I would be willing to kill. Therefore, I will definitely choose ally. Indeed, I really have no choice. Unless, of course, I wish to become a murderer.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, the 3D models we're going to be seeing in Zero Time Dilemma, not the greatest in the world either.
We don't have time to argue about this.
No, we have not determined why Kay's face is Sigma's face yet. We'll find that out later.
There's only one solution. Clover, you're going to have to go vote for us.
Huh?
What does that mean?
What, did I use big words? It means this!
I'd never seen someone move that fast before, let alone someone as old as Tenmyoji. In the blink of an eye, he covered the few feet between himself and Dio and slammed a closed fist into the other man's chest. Ah, punching Dio. Should be a national pastime at this point, I think. Dio fell to his knees, wheezing for air. Tenmyoji waited a half second to make sure he was down, then turned to look at Clover.
He's not gonna stay down forever. Get out of here, Clover.
Yes, along with slapping Togami. Yes.
But...
You and Kay are in the same position now. I've only got 1 BP, just like Alice.
Interesting. So long as Tenmyoji doesn't vote, Clover's only choice is to choose ally.
Admittedly, there is a chance she might kill me.
Are you saying you trust me with your life?
That's about the size of it. Well, what the hell are you standing around for? Get! You don't need to worry about Alice. I'll keep a good eye on her, I promise. Now get moving! You still don't trust me.
No, that's not it at all. I trust you, I just...
3 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We need to go.
Come on. Okay, take care of Alice.
She'll be fine.
That seemed to finally satisfy her, and we were off. We ran as fast as we could, leaping through doors and tearing through rooms on our way back to the warehouse. You know, I think she actually does care about other people, it's just that Alice is the primary person she actually cares about.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons at this point.
Yes, we do.
Much like the way Tin Myoji only really cares about, Quark. Good. Then, let's go. Four AB gates yawned open as we swiped our cards. The fifth one, the one Dio had opened, stayed empty. The sixth, which would have been Alice's, remained unopened. Kay and Clover quickly entered the second and third from the right, and Luna and I headed toward our own.
Hold on a minute.
What is it?
You're going to choose Ally, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Of course we are.
You promise?
Sure. I promise.
Cross your heart?
Cross my heart.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt if you double-cross me.
Don't sweat it. I'm a man of my word. Five frowned but said nothing and disappeared into her own AB room, the second from the left. Luna and I nodded to one another and headed for the last one, the leftmost room. So y'all know what I have to do here, right? We must enter a world of hurt.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
A man of my word that can make sure and go back and redo any decision that turns out poorly for me.
What are you going to do?
Well, I don't have a choice, do I? I promised. I said I'd choose Ally.
Yes, but Phi has 6 BP. If she betrays us...
Yeah, she'll have 9 points, I know.
Right.
What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do, Luna?
It's your decision, Sigma. I'll be in the same position either way.
What?
You have 6 BP too, don't you? That means if we betray Phi, and she chooses Ally...
Then I would have 9 points.
Yes. You see? In either case, I could end up with someone in my group reaching their goal.
20 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
That's it. We don't have any time left. You have to make a choice.
Are you sure this is okay with you?
Yes.
Alright. I turned to face the machine.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game
Even though the
polling
game
closes.
obviously showed me turning to face the machine, I had to make sure to actually think it. And state it for people that didn't notice that the game specifically faced me towards the machine.
9, 8, 7,
Ally or betray?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get yelled at by Phi.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
And just out of curiosity's sake, what does everybody think actually happens if you pick Ally here?
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now open.
I mean, we'll do it in a minute, but, you know. I'm interested to think what you think. You know, kind of interested to see what you guys think about what the game would actually do to you if you picked Ally right there. Luna and I stepped out of our A-B room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcement of the results.
So, you chose Betray.
Yeah.
Did you do it to protect yourself? Were you worried that Phi might choose Betray?
That's a good question.
Huh?
I'm honestly not sure myself why I did it.
Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
Right. Let's go then.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Aww. We have betrayed her.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well played, Sigma. I guess a promise means a lot to you.
I had nothing to say. She was right. I'd broken a promise.
Why did you do it?
But we have to betray her before we can actually ally with her and continue on. For a couple of reasons.
Nothing to say? I guess I misjudged you. I thought you were better than this. That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do. Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere.
What? What's that?
A Latin proverb.
What does it mean?
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Jupiter is a Roman god. Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others. Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. You're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
Are you sure about that? So are you saying Sigma's more powerful than Jupiter? I turned away from Phi. Couldn't stand to look at her anymore. In front of me were Kay and Clover. Their eyes bored into me with cold disapproval, and I looked away. Yeah, and that's when Phi, pulling the scalpel out of her jacket that she'd been saving away, just stabbed Sigma. Game over. They'd both chosen an ally, as promised. The only person who betrayed anyone was me. The only person with 9 BP was me. Little wonder I wasn't very popular.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
For a moment, I considered the unthinkable. Could I break through them and reach the door? Once I was through, I'd be out of the game and free from their judgment. But no, I couldn't do that. How could I possibly justify leaving them all behind so I could escape on my own? Why had I chosen Betray? In my memory, it seemed like an almost flippant choice, as if I'd just been curious to see what would happen. If betrayal was what I wanted, I should have made that choice with commitment. I should have committed to being a dick! But there I was, and I couldn't turn back. Even if I didn't try to open the number 9 door, they would all be suspicious of anything I did. Trust is easy to break and hard to repair. Unless I could somehow turn back the clock, I was stuck with the consequences of my actions.
A lapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
How could I do something that was beyond the reach of a god? Why hadn't I just chosen ally? What would be happening to me right now? What if... Then Phi spoke and I blinked.
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe. We can't let you run around with 9 BP. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while. Okay?
Huh? I started to turn around, but it was already too late. I felt a heavy hand slam into the back of my neck. And then everything went dark. Game over.